Hello, I'm Ben.
Hello, I'm Jamie.
Hiya guys, I'm Mark and this is Through the Garden Gate. It's Tuesday night and it's 7:30. That means it might be Through the Garden Gate. Let's see if we can get the boys in. See, Ben's here. Tonight.
Hello, mate.
Can you see me? No? Ooh.
I can. There we go. I can see you for the first time in weeks. Hey, Ben.
Good. I'm surprised you actually managed to get in your greenhouse.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I've literally just cleared the space. It is mental in here. Absolutely mental. But it's working, so
No room for yourself.
no room for anything, mate. Literally, I've just stacked up all the dahlia seeds I did yesterday. I've just stacked up together because I know they're not going to germinate yet, so they can just stack on top of each other today. But it's warm in here, though. The sun has really been, nice. We had a little bit of a frost a couple of days ago, but other than that, this has been really, really warm. Hello, mate.
Hello. Why am I all misty? Is that my glasses? No.
Camera. Hot and steamy.
Hold on.
Right.
Hey.
Jesus.
Where's that?
That's how your missus feels in the morning when you roll over for a kiss, is it?
Oh, you almost smell it in the morning. Jesus. I keep coming and doing everything as garden ground ball. I was sitting there thinking, come on in, Mark. Invite me.
You was got ramble.
Invite me.
Jamie, but I didn't know for sure. And then Catherine popped up.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I saw Catherine pop up and thought, oh God, I know what I've done. Again. It jumps backwards and forwards because there's two accounts there. It jumps backwards and forwards when it feels like it. Well, it doesn't. I've liked something that's popped up and think, oh God, you just don't realise where you are.
You're double tapping your icon in the bottom corner. That's what you do. I do it all the time. I end up on the wrong one.
Yeah.
Just a nightmare, isn't it? Absolute nightmare. And you start talking to people and you think, hold on, what am I talking about?
Even more.
Try having
Accounts.
4 accounts. Oh my God, no thanks.
What? People, random account.
Once the ball's finished, I shall be muting that one for a year or so. Oh dear. Well, boys.
Back on a Tuesday.
Since we last saw you.
What? What did you say, Mark?
How's your gardening week been since we last saw you?
Sorry, mine's all right. Yeah, I've been doing nothing out in the garden, lots in the greenhouse. Bit of seed sowing, not too much. I don't want to go too crazy. Just
hay.
I didn't hear you.
Hey.
You broke up again.
Lots of hay rolling.
Did you see me on my bale?
Yeah. Not didn't go so well, did it?
No, not at all. I couldn't make it move. I'm going to do it. I will do it, but I will probably break my neck.
Someone tagged me on that one.
You what?
I said, tag me when that one happens.
Oh yeah, thanks. Thanks. Mark did. See Jamie and A&E next time or something.
You'll be all right.
No,
I just imagined it happening. I was waiting for you know, like when you were doing your pump and it all went wrong.
Oh God, that was funny. I couldn't believe that. But do you think I'd have actually posted it if I'd have rolled off and snapped my neck or something?
I would.
No.
Reason.
Yeah, Teresa might do, yeah. Sorry, Sorry to say Jamie's now in hospital, strung up, but this is the moment where he broke his neck.
He will.
Send to all.
The funny thing is that probably would happen, wouldn't it?
Hashtag widowed.
Hashtag ka-ching insurance. And then there's a little clause in the insurance. He don't get paid out if he's prattling about on straw bales or something.
That is going to be me. I am going to stitch myself up. If I die, it's going to be because I've done something ridiculously stupid.
Yeah. And it says somewhere you shouldn't be doing this or you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, some health and safety crap somewhere. Be like, yeah, okay. Whoops.
Mark, I'm loving the little Jaws series. That's quite cool. That is good. Has it been raining again today? Is it topping your sea up?
It's raining this morning, but it's been quite a mild day today. So,
what's that noise? Can you hear that, Ben?
Yeah.
Can you hear Mark's funny noises?
Yeah, stash. 100%.
No, every time he talks, so it goes. Beep,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it being weird?
Sometimes it does, but we can blame Instagram today with all the hassle it's had.
Yeah, everything that's happened. Well, you can see us both, I guess, Ben. For a start off, maybe that's what Instagram needed a quick, a big turn off and turn on again to make it all work for you.
It did. Except I had a couple of reels that were just picking up momentum and I was gaining a lot of engagement, and now it's all stopped. I was like,
I don't look too closely at that. I wouldn't know whether they're getting engagement or not.
All of a sudden my account started going mental, and I was like, it was about 2 or 3 days ago, and it was my sowing nasturtiums reel. Like, just me going, I'm throwing a load of nasturtiums in a packet into a seed tray. That is it. And it's just gone mad.
It's weird.
Well, mad for me.
Well, not even viral, but just, picks up momentum.
Yeah. I've had something like 200 followers from this one stupid video. Yeah, all the ones that I think, this is the one that people are like. Nothing.
I don't understand it. I haven't got a clue how Instagram works. This algorithm, I ain't got a bloody clue.
Instagram doesn't even know how Instagram works. I'm sure of it.
It's all run by
but yeah,
it's all a bit random.
So that's that one wraps up. I'll have to find a new one to start now.
God knows. What are you drinking there, Mark? That looks like mulled wine. Oh, is that one?
This is
that's one of your posh teas, isn't it?
I come prepared. Tea from IVA plants.
We were at Catherine's the weekend. Kim, me, and all the partners, and Catherine brought out a big mass, about 20, 30 different fruity tea bags and God knows what. And I went, I've never had a single fruity tea bag, but I had ginger and honey, I think. Manuka honey, ginger, and that was quite nice. I wouldn't do it every time.
No. Nice just to have something different at like this time in the evening rather than caffeine-y stuff.
Don't know. You can't beat coffee.
Give a laugh on you.
Not strong. Not strong tea, coffee.
You know how much I go through. I've even started leaving an extra one in the house. I'm only bringing the 2 out now because I got towards the end of the bloody lives and I need a piss. And I'm like, no, I can't keep taking 3. That third one's tipping me over the edge.
I tell you what, I'm not surprised that Rachel just said, I've never had a fruity tea bag. Rachel, you've had hardly anything in your life, food or drink.
Leave her alone, man.
Come on, you can remember the tomato thing back in the summer.
Yeah.
And an apple. Was it an apple she said she'd never had as well?
Something like that.
Leave her alone. I got your back, Rach. Don't you worry, love.
She knows when he's playing with her. Alice.
No,
I haven't checked, Alice. I haven't checked. Oh, Ben, did you see mine and Alice's little live?
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me for that one, mate. With my seeds. Yeah, that was nice. For my grow a lot. Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry about
How many? Jesus.
it. They fucking grow now.
I'm sure they will.
No, I saw you on a live and I was like, oh, it's only Jamie. I've got other things to do. So I went and washed up or something, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I did pop in for a little bit. I know I've watched bits of it. I thought I liked it. I thought I did.
You probably have. I don't think.
I'm
No,
very...
it's Alice. I talked to Alice and she said she wanted to grow some loofahs. I said, well, I've got some. I'll share some of mine with you.
Yeah. They shouldn't take long. They shouldn't take long to germinate. Mine are doing really well now. They're about.
To be honest, I haven't checked. Alice has just said on there, have you checked? And I haven't checked for 2 days, so they're probably now on the way out.
Where have you put them? Have you put them indoors or outdoors?
They're in my airing cupboard.
Yeah, nice. They shouldn't take long.
No.
2 to 4 days, I expect.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah. I'll have a look when we finish this.
As soon as they got a good 1.5 inch root, then get them into compost. But when you do the compost, put the pots you're going to do, I chuck in the airing cupboard or something now, because then the compost is warm. Because if you put them into like compost out in your shed or whatever, you're instantly shot the root because it's just so cold. That's what I found last year. I ended up losing about 40 odd. I sowed 50 odd and ended up losing most of them. And planting out 12 in the end, I think.
You can't go from about 25 degrees to -2
No.
and not get any consequences.
So all I do is just chuck a load of compost in a wash bowl and then chuck it in the lounge and leave it to warm up for a couple of days.
Just bang
But
it in the microwave for 10 minutes.
The perlite popping like popcorn.
Yeah. Oh dear.
When was
Who's
that?
our guest tonight, Mark? Oh, sorry, go on.
When was that live?
Sunday, wasn't it? Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday or Sunday afternoon?
One of them, wasn't it?
Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Just well I know when it was, wasn't it?
I don't know. They all just blend into one. My whole day is just blend into one. What day is it? I can't remember. It's Tuesday or Wednesday.
Not can I. We never know what you're doing anymore, whether you're in your honey trap or not.
Kerry didn't put that on the drinking game, did she? She should have, because everybody would have been pissed by now.
Next.
Come on, let's get someone interesting to talk to. We don't want to talk to each other all night. It's boring.
That's boring.
No one wants to listen to us, lot.
So tonight's guest is a barn renovator, a resident of Wales, a campervan owner, a part-time scientist, growing organically, dog lover, mini smallholding owner, admirer of hills, meadow creator, a wife, a daughter, and now a friend of the podcast. It is Carly Lovell, the Green Analyst.
Friend of the podcast. That's a new one.
Is it? He's getting creative. We don't have friends. Just people that hate us less.
Acquaintances. Oh,
turn your camera around.
Oh.
There we are.
That was embarrassing. I thought I had it all sorted.
That's what I do every week.
I'm just a newbie. This is our first ever podcast, so expect terribleness.
What, from us?
hello, Carly. All right.
Not from you. Hello. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, very welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Okay, it's good to see Ben in a kind of more real way, because I've talked to him a few times on Instagram, so it's nice to finally meet him in some virtual form again.
Nobody's ever said that's nice.
Might change my mind towards the end.
I'm glad you didn't say Ben in a normal way, because there is not a Ben in a normal way.
No, definitely not.
No, that's long gone.
Oh dear. Oh, how you doing then?
Yeah.
What are you up to today? Been in the garden?
I've been in the garden with a dog, not to do any gardening, except for remove harmful plants from my garden, which there are hundreds of. So yeah, I'm wondering whether my puppy is going to reach adulthood, because she's already consumed loads of stuff she shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think obviously they are harmful, but I think their guts are a bit stronger than they make out, because my puppy eats absolutely everything.
Yeah, that's okay then. That's good to hear because yeah, so far she's been alive. Well, she's been with me 3 weeks now, and she's not, touch wood, had except for a tiny bit of vomiting. She seems fine, and she's very, very, very crazy. And she's already eaten a bit of tulip, possibly daffodils, all the stuff that says dogs can't eat, and she seems fine. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
it's all good.
I think it's probably if they eat a crate of daffodils, they might get a bit sick then, but not if they just chew a couple of heads off. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll keep her away from my crates of daffodils, and she'll be okay.
What is it? A beagle, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
little beagle. Yeah, yeah. I didn't really know anything about dogs. I'm a first time dog owner, and I think I was a bit stupid actually getting a beagle because apparently they're one of the most kind of difficult dogs because they're hound dogs. They're sniff dogs. They're not apparently like Labradors and Golden Retrievers. You can't really teach them. Well, you can teach them, but they're hard to train. So I've got my work cut out for me.
Yeah. I've known someone who's had beagles all their life, and they like to run away.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with that.
They get the nose down, and that's it. They'll be gone until
Yeah.
Sounds like
they come back when they want to.
Yeah, she saw her squirrel the other day, and I thought I'm so glad she was on the lead because that would have been it. Bye, beagle. But yeah,
that's why Roland go off his lead. Roland's the same. He's a terrier.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, they are nightmares. Yeah, I've been definitely not done as much gardening as I would like to have done. Beginning of the year, I was like, yes, this is going to be my year in the garden, grow everything. Everything's going to be successful. And then at some point last month, I decided to get a puppy, and now the gardening's kind of taken a bit of a back step. But I have been in the gardening, but you've kind of been overshadowed by the puppy.
Oh yeah. It will do. It will do.
But yeah, give me a few more weeks and it'll be fine.
I let ours out earlier. Just let them out for a wee, and because they've got quite a bit of land they can mill around in, and then the two big ones come in. Bramble and Summer came in, and Moss, who is now 5 months. Kerry probably tell me right. I can't remember. About 5 months. And I was shouting him, and he whistled him because he's come back to the whistle now, and he wouldn't come back. So I walked round the back, out to where my allotment is, and he was surrounded by 4 chickens, and he wouldn't move. And he's down on his belly, and they was all just...
Yeah, chickens can be pretty terrifying.
He is absolutely shit scared of them. Absolutely so scared. It's unbelievable.
I'm yet to find anything my beagle's scared of so far, except for she wasn't too keen on a lorry driving past. But apart from that, she is not scared of anything. She met her first giant, I won't say giant, but a big golden retriever. I mean, she's tiny. This golden retriever was about 4 times her size. And she properly, I wouldn't say went for him, but in a friendly way. But by the end of it, this golden retriever was trying to get away from her because she just like too much energy. She was trying to climb on her, trying to bite, maybe not bite her, but trying to play in a friendly way. But yeah, she's not scared of anything.
No.
Chickens, not so sure about.
Moss wasn't to start with. He used to chase the chickens, but then all of a sudden they went, "No, I'm not having this," and they all turned on him, and that's it. That's it. He won't go near him. They did.
I'm hoping my feral cat will get her into shape because she's quite feisty. She's already hissed at my dog, so give her a few more weeks, and I think they'll she'll put her in her place.
Yeah.
So tell us about your garden.
Yeah, it's a garden in the sense of it's big. I mean, we're on a mini smallholder, I say. It's about 1.5 acres of land. We had about 1 acre when we bought the place, and we bought the field next to our house. And it's really good because the woman who owned it previously was a keen gardener. So even before we started doing our own stuff, she had already planted bulbs and had a veg patch, garlic, broccolis, bit of everything. So kind of all this stuff was popping up as we moved in. So straight away I thought, oh, I've got something to work with now. It's kind of like mainly a gravel drive. It's grassy areas. We have a lot of oak trees, hazel trees, holly trees. It's kind of like a wildlife garden more so. It's not very well organized at the moment, but it's work in progress. The main thing, I've got the garden here, and we're actually lucky enough we can use our neighbour's allotment. So it's not actually my allotment, it's my neighbour's, but he's let us kind of have free reign of it So we kind of share it as a community allotment. And that's
nice.
kind of just outside the house. So he is just about a year ago, he installed the polytunnel, which I've been working on quite a bit. He has kind of a free terrace allotment, three separate terraces. I think one terrace has got a kind of a shed, some freestanding beds. The middle terrace has all of our kind of main beds, and then the bottom terrace is the fruit cage. So he's done really well. He spent his first year of his retirement building this amazing allotment, and he's kind of almost gifted it to me and my husband. we actually do a lot of the work now. He done all the hard work, and we're just kind of carrying it on. So we're really lucky that we got him so well of our neighbours that he kind of lets us have free reign of it. I mean, last year he didn't really spend any time at all in the allotment, so I put everything in myself. He kind of helped water it and that, but it was me and my husband who done, all the planting, the harvesting, the sowing, and that was actually a really good year. I'm really happy with last year. Hopefully it will go that well this year.
Brilliant.
Given the new dog.
It will do. What you growing this year? What plans you got for this year then? Anything big, exciting, or just the usual?
I am trying to get the loofahs going again because I had little success last year. I mean, I had the success. I had the seedling. The seedling got really well. I planted it in a bigger pot. Then I transferred it to the polytunnel, and it probably it got good. But then I actually had loofahs coming up. I got very excited, and then within a few months of them trying to get bigger, they just started rotting. They started going mouldy, so I didn't actually get any loofahs harvested, which was a bit of a shame. So I'm going to give it another go this year. So I'm watching Ben's stuff because obviously he's the loofah expert now.
No expert. I am no expert.
I'm very impressed with the loofah arch and all of your, the harvest you had. So I'll be keeping a close eye and trying to replicate that.
So the first year I grew them, we got given a shed. In that shed was a load of seeds, and there were some out-of-date loofahs. Now, I'd seen everyone say loofahs are really hard to grow. I'm like, I'm not having that. I'm going to have a go. And I literally just watched the video, threw them on top, and we don't have an airing cupboard. So I was like, where am I going to put it? I can't really put it on top of the radiators because my cats will just knock it off. So we've got a bio-orb fish tank, and on the top is the light is on the top, so it generates heat. So I chucked them up there in a bag, and they germinated by the end of the next day. And I was like, I got this. So then I made it a sort of thing like, I'm going to crack on, I'm going to do it again. So I think it was 2 loofahs the first year. And I was like, there ain't no point buying a soap kit for 2 loofahs. What's the point? So I sent them to Jo, a person that I follow and follows me, who's got a B&B, and she does soaps and things as well. So I sent them to her, and bless her, I thought she was just going to use them, but she sent me back loofah soaps.
Oh,
and they're awesome. They are like amazing, like proper ones, and they smell insane. But I'll have to put a post up about them because I don't think I've ever really shared much about it. But they are awesome.
I've ever seen it.
No, so that was the first year, and last year I did more. I sowed 56 germinated because I just wanted loads of them, and that was all from the saved seed. And I thought, I'm gonna go real hard for it this year. Everyone can have loofah soap for Christmas, sort of thing. And then a load of them died. I ended up with 12 plants, and then all the male flowers were weeks and weeks and weeks behind the actual fruit. So I had all these loofahs growing and no males to actually to germinate with. So that was why I ended up with, I think it was only about 6 or 7 last year. I can't remember exactly how many out of all those plants. So this year I've already sowed some, and I'm going to sow some more soon. And then these ones are basically going to be for my male flowers, and they will pollinate the later ones.
Oh yeah, good.
So that's my plan, just to make sure that I've got a staggered male flowers, because that was my issue. Kerry's just put no loofah porn. That was squash last year, wasn't it? That wasn't the loofahs. But yeah, so that's how it sort of come about that everyone reckoned I was really good at loofahs. I wasn't. It just looked like I was. I was like, just because I've got some. But there was people.
Pretty impressive.
But yeah, it was all pure fluke the first year, and then the second year I sort of knew what I was doing, but couldn't quite do it. And then this year I should, if I succession sow, get males coming at the same sort of time. That's the plan.
I guess that's what's happened to mine the last couple of years then, because I was just getting the tiny little loofahs, but they never come to nothing. So there's just
No,
no males there to.
No, but nobody ever says to sow them at different times for the male flowers. But it's just something I've noticed over the last couple of years that the males, they're a bit slower males, aren't we, to the females? You know what I mean? I'll say it before someone writes it in the comments. So literally, that's the only thing I can think of is literally by sowing some about 5-6 weeks after, maybe a bit less, and then you should have some nice plants, and then you'll have loads of females that you can then pollinate from the other ones. It should be good, in theory. If it works, it works. Next year it'll be even better. So it's a plan.
Brilliant.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So
Sounds
yeah,
right to me.
Good.
You must be the
yeah.
Luther King, because I've never managed to grow them. So there you go. You've grown some.
I have grown some. I've got a bag full of them all cut up in pieces, and I went to buy a soap kit a couple of days ago. And I picked it up, went like that on the shelf, and that went, I bought you one of them. I was like, where is it? So I have actually got a soap kit to actually make one, apparently. So she's in the comments, so she'll probably be telling me off in a minute anyway.
She isn't. She's now.
What's she just said about me, actually?
They're all talking about you pollinating loofahs.
That was a very, very good reel, I believe. Everyone said I looked dodgy doing it, so I purposely made a dodgy one. I bet Plant Geek's done a dodgy pollinating video like I have. If he hasn't, he needs to.
I think I done a Boncino one last year, I believe.
Yeah, you
male
did.
And female flowers. Yeah.
Mr. Plant Geek come in at the right time. The chat's perfect.
Exactly.
The male and female flowers coming together.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Of course it is.
Can I make a request? If I have no luck with loofahs this year, Ben, can you send me some of your seeds and then some of your soap for Christmas?
Yes, I can.
I'll have that there, please.
Yeah. I remember that with my rhubarb.
Yeah. Start an Etsy page, or just give them away to free to all of your favourite Instagram
free?
people.
What's that?
I'll pop by your house when I'm in Bristol and drop in and pick some seeds up.
Don't do that. I haven't even got that many left. I dished out loads. So,
you did. You said.
But my wife said, "You see, my wife. All I say is I have to live with that."
Yeah, I feel for her.
I have to live with her. But I don't know. So, so doing loofahs this year. Anything else?
Yeah.
Anything else?
I've got some aubergine seedlings on the go. Whilst peppers popping up.
Nice.
I got catnip. I'm having no luck with catnip. I think my seeds are out of date or rubbish.
Never tried.
What else have I put in? Oh, the radishes. I've harvested those the other day. The ones from Lottie. Thank you, Lottie. I ate one. I'm not a fan of radishes, but they were very nice. A lot of them got eaten by mice, though.
Oh, you actually grew some then?
Yeah, I grew some, and they done pretty well.
Because last year you were part of the radish rejects.
Yeah. I wasn't. I done a few. I updated a few posts, and then I kind of left them in the polytunnel and forgot about them over winter. And then the other day I went down and I'd seen they were looking really, really good actually. So I thought I'd take them out. They looked done. Most of them were eaten, but I did have one whole radish, which was very nice and edible.
Good.
So radish success.
Polytunnel all winter, and you could still eat them. They ain't gone woody or anything.
Wow. No, they were fine. I mean, I'm not a fan of a radish. I don't know if it tasted as good as a radish could taste, but it was edible and it was okay, and it looked good. So yeah, that's a success.
Wow, brilliant!
Better than most.
Yeah. I'm rubbish at growing stuff.
I'm going to grow some decent ones this year.
Yeah, I'm going to give it another go this year.
Yeah, I might even grow mine in root trainers. Make them go down.
Yeah, I've also got some chili seeds on the go, and they've not germinated yet. These ones were actually seeds that were stolen from Ben's favourite place, Aberglasney Gardens, near where I live. So I went into their little chili house, and I saw some lovely purple chilies, so I took a few, just for a sample, and then I took the seeds out and saved them. And I'm trying now to grow them myself, but obviously it's karma. I've stolen them, and they won't now grow for me. So
when I was up there for my 40th, and we went into the botanical gardens, I was in their allotment, and I was like, "Oh look, it's February. Look at all this seed." I'm like, "Bit of honesty seeds." I'm literally stuffing my coat. My missus like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "It's my birthday. I don't care. I'm going to grow honesty for the everything I sowed. None of it grew."
yeah, Aberglassney must do something to their seeds so that if you steal them, they just won't work for you. Very clever.
I love that place. It's stunning.
Yeah, it's nice. It's I quite like the botanical gardens as well, even though you're not too much of a fan. I think that they've got a nice.
I prefer Aberglassney Gardens to the Botanical Gardens of Wales.
Yeah,
I think
it's okay.
I think it's so much better. But
it's a nice place.
that's just me. I haven't got to walk as far either.
True. Yeah, the botanical gardens is quite a walk through.
we got stitched up when we went there. There was a craft fair inside, and I've walked in, and then literally, I reckon we spent more time looking around the craft fair than we did anything else. Because being February, what else can you really look at?
Yeah. Can't be great though, can it?
Apart from in there, there's nothing else really outside to see. So you're sort of in there in the butterfly house bit, and you're in there looking at that and all the tropical plants, and then go up to the top, and there was a craft fair, and that was we bought some wicked stuff in there.
Did you go into the I don't know how to pronounce it, so beginning with N, the warm greenhouse with all of the tropical plants?
In Aberglassney, the botanical.
Aberglassney, I'm
The
pretty sure it's
Nympharium.
Aberglassney. That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and warm in there.
Yeah, love it in there. It's really cool because it's part of the old building, and they built a glass roof over it, and turned it into a little like tropical walkthrough. It's ace, absolutely ace.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I even know it was done. Was it in 2008 they built that? I think
possibly. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into the history.
How mad is that? Though? Nat's even saying, "Yeah, love that place." Yeah. We do. We absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So,
how far away is that from you, Ben?
About 20 minutes.
Hour and a half. From me, about hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
Yeah,
20 minutes, Carly.
Yeah. And the botanical gardens is about another 5 minutes, so they're very close to each other. So if you're in the area, you can visit probably both on the same day, or make a weekend of it.
Yeah, they're ace places.
But yeah, because I'm kind of like I'm living in the middle of nowhere. I'm kind of about an hour from Abergavenny. I'm an hour from Pembrokeshire. If anyone knows Lampeter, I'm about 20 minutes from Lampeter, and close to a place called Clondovery, which is quite a popular bikers place. You see a lot of bikers kind of going through there. Good cafe for bikers. Yeah, it's a beautiful place to live. It's very far away from everything, but I think that's why we like it.
It's a stunning area, isn't it? And then you've got all the castles around there as well, which is wicked.
Yeah, the Welsh people do like castles. Castles everywhere, and they're lovely.
Yeah, protecting themselves from us.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Bloody English people.
Vikings. I'm going to Bath in August.
To where? Sorry. Barmouth. Yeah, that's more a bit North Wales, isn't it? Kind of on the coast. Yeah, that's nice there.
I don't think I've ever been to Wales, to be honest.
What?
Well, actually, no.
I can see it from here.
You definitely have to go to Wales, especially if you're into green stuff and gardening and nature. It's definitely tops England in terms of the countryside. It's very hilly though. If you want a good workout as well, Wales is the place to go because everything in Wales is on a hill.
I won't bother then.
And the beaches are the best beaches. Someone just said it in the comments, I think it's Lottie. The beaches are great. Best beaches in the UK. Black cold.
Big statement.
That is a big statement.
That's huge.
I read it on a website. Best beaches in the UK and Wales.
When the tide's out, you got to run 3 miles to get to the bloody water.
You're thinking of Western Supermare.
Western super mud.
Yeah, that's you've got to walk 3 miles to get to the sea before you then drown in quicksand.
I was just about to say, Joe, we've got some lovely beaches in Norfolk. I don't care what anybody says. You can't beat Holcombe or Brancaster or anything like that. They're absolutely amazing.
No, I need to get to Norfolk, actually. That's on my little travel list, Norfolk.
You come up here and I'll take you to our beach, and I'll come down there and you can take me to your beach.
Yeah, we can have a swapsy.
You haven't always lived in Wales, have you? You lived in the city before.
No, I live close to where Ben lives. Well, not really. He's in the kind of rougher area of Bristol. But born and bred in Bristol. I grew up in Fish Ponds, which is a very civilized area.
Fish ponds, and you're slagging fish ponds.
But then I bettered myself and moved to Kingswood.
Barely. Just because my postcode says Southmead, right? The England numbers on my road are Westbury on Trim, I'll have you know, all right?
On Trim, that's a nice area.
No, I'm not a leader, all right? Not only that, I'm from the New Forest National Park. I am not Bristolian. I'm going to put that out there now. I just married one.
You've definitely taken on the accent and like the mannerisms of Bristolian people.
What are they? Tell us what the mannerisms are, Carly.
I just look at Ben and I just think he's definitely Bristol. He's just got that kind of Bristol attitude about him.
What? Bristol attitude?
Offend Ben too much, so I probably lay into him a bit already. He just comes across as a Bristol kind of boy.
What? I'm a country bumpkin living in the city. To be fair, I don't really feel like moving. Like, we've had a conversation and I quite like it here. I've got everything I need. I've got the church bells, I've got the green behind me, and I've got woods and fields all around me, allotments to me. I can get in and out of the city within 5 minutes. It's one of those. I quite like it here. I do want to move and have a small holding, but if I can't have that, I'm happy.
The only thing with Bristol, I love Bristol. Bristol's good. It's just the property prices of Bristol are just ridiculous. I mean,
Crazy.
We had a place in Bristol. We had a place near Farron. We've moved from like Bristol. We've moved to Oxfordshire. We sold our place in Oxfordshire and we bought a place in Wales, bigger, with more land for like half the price of our place in Oxfordshire. And I mean, this was a smaller house, a bungalow, but then with an acre of land in a lovely, lovely area. And that's why I think a lot of people are moving from the city to West Wales or maybe the countryside.
Yeah.
It's just so cheap.
I
mean, I can work
in all cities though, doesn't it? All cities all over the country is the same.
Yeah. Obviously, there's not loads and loads of jobs around here, but I think if you can suss it out, work from home, it's it's nice.
It's hard. I see my mum move, obviously, from where we were in the New Forest, and she moved to originally to Netherley, and then she's moved out towards Buryport now, in Trimsaran, and I'm just like, what she's got is a lush house, lush area, overlooking the Gower, everything, right? It is amazing, and it's half the price, of the house I live in now, and I'm like, I'm missing some comments here. Jesus Christ.
Oh, look out.
I'm not having that. You bloody behave yourself, will ya? I'm not having that. Bloody woman.
Podcast then.
Thinking she's bloody planning that.
We can see now.
Back to the office.
I like how he runs and hides back in his little shed.
Mate, I live out here. Anyway, where were we?
Oh, let's Let's talk about some gardening, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gardening, yes.
Someone else take over a minute. I'm having a breather. Catch me breath.
You're getting abused from every angle.
Story of my life.
So, have you got animals? Have you got? Is it a small holding you got then?
Yeah, I'd say, I don't know what the terms are for a small holding. I think you have to have at least, I don't know, 3-5 acres. We've got about 1.5 acres, so I call it a mini small holding.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of got the small holding vibe, but when we moved here, we didn't really want much responsibility. We just wanted to chill out and almost like semi-retire. But then we had a mice problem. We had really bad mice and rat problems, so we thought we'd get feral cats. So then we adopted 2 feral cats who live in our little outbuilding. So we've got one of the feral cats. One of them had FIV and eventually got a tumour, so had to be put down last year. So we've got Jenny the feral cat, and she patrols the area and keeps the mice down, which is working great. And obviously recently we've got the puppy. So in terms of small holding animals, we're not quite up to, small holding status yet. But yeah, the plan is when I'm not working so much, we do want to get chickens. That is next on the list. Definitely get chickens. Possibly a goat. I would love to get all sorts of animals. It's just kind of, money and time and trying to, get it all set up. So that is the plan eventually.
I'd love a couple of goats, but you don't really get much out of them unless you milk them, and that's such hard work. You have to do it twice a day, every day, and you think, oh, it's just.
Apparently they're good for eating weeds. Maybe, I don't know. Someone said goats are really good for. I don't know if you put them in the right place. They can kind of.
They'll eat everything though, not just weeds. If they get in your veg bed, that's it. They'll be gone.
True, yeah, and they're good at escaping as well. So you've got to make sure you kind of put a very good fence up for them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good climbers.
They what?
Yeah.
Marc?
They're good climbers.
They're very good climbers, aren't they? And jumpers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Places.
Can everybody else hear that really loud noise that keeps bashing? Is it just my ears? No.
No.
Just me.
We'd all say no, even if we could, because we know it wind you up.
Yeah. My next plan is to get a few chickens in. We've got a chicken coop ready to go, which is just a converted dog cage, which the previous owner left behind. And once we get our stuff together, move all the logs out of there, we'll get chickens, we'll get a run, we'll make it safe. We get a lot of foxes around our area, so gotta have a good fence up. We had chickens when we lived in Oxford. We had 3 kind of hybrid red road, I don't know what they're called, the kind of very standard, lay a lot of egg kind of chickens, not the posh ones.
Rhode Island Reds.
Yeah, Rhode Island Reds. And that was great. I think having chickens was like kind of put me into the countryside mindset and thought I could live in a farm and just raise chickens and I'd be like the happiest person ever.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. I do enjoy your chicken content. It makes me want my chickens back. And the eggs.
Can't wait another 10 more days and I might have some hatching.
Oh, eggs or chickens?
Well, I get eggs every day at the minute. Okay. I'd like some chickens to hatch.
Oh, wow.
If my girls start hatching their own, I want to know why, because there's no cockerel in there. Yeah, I'm excited about that. You've got to get chickens.
It is Ben's fault that there's lots of people on here with chickens.
I was going to say, I wonder how many people Ben has influenced to get chickens on the Instagram.
All I did was show mine. In fact, all I did was show my wife's chickens. And then she went back to work and I ended up taking it on. That was all that happened.
So you're taking that to glory again.
Always. Always. But yeah, they are good.
Yeah.
And I like giving them really funny names as well. We had 4 chickens, thinking that'll give us enough eggs, and we called them I called them after my grandmothers. I called one Marjorie, one Phyllis, Olive, and then my husband named one Dave, even though obviously it's a lady chicken, a hen. He just thought Dave was a funny name for a chicken, and then Dave turned out to be the really odd one with the personality disorder.
Yeah, you've got to have one with a stupid name.
Yeah.
So we've got one called Freddie, and obviously that's a hen, but she's called Freddie because she was hatching and she couldn't get out the egg. She was massive inside the egg, so we had to help get her out. So literally, we ended up calling it Freddie because Nat said it's trying to break free, and that's how we ended up with Freddie.
Oh, that's a good name for a chicken.
Yeah, and Kerry's got the best ever. Pedro, her son named that chicken, is mint. I love Pedro. He's one of my favourite chickens.
Catherine's got some good names. Hers are
Food.
Booner, popcorn. They're all chicken food.
Yeah.
Funny.
It's good.
Mine are just flower names. My daughter names them all like lavender and iris and things. Nando. Chicken sheesh.
I have got an Elvis because we had I hatched 2 last April and they didn't lay any eggs. But one started laying an egg and the other one, it never crowed, it never laid an egg, and we're like, really, what's going on with this? And it's got this little tuft. It looked like an Elvis quiff, so I called it Elvis. And literally, I did a massive post about it saying, this is Elvis. We don't know if it's a boy, if it's a girl. We have no idea what it is. The next day, bugger me, it lays an egg. The next bloody day, I did the post. And then literally, I'm there going, by the way, Elvis is a she. Unbelievable. You couldn't write it. I was like, you little sod.
And you thought it was a male, and then all of a sudden it dropped an egg.
Didn't know what it was. It never crowed and it never laid an egg for months and months and months. And then all of a sudden it pops out its egg. There we are. It's not a boy, and it's definitely a girl. So.
We had one the other day because every morning Teresa, because ours are running around, so she gives her their little pellets, whatever they are, outside. So she drops a handful, 4 different places so they don't fight. And there was 3 of them there. And then all of a sudden the other one ran round the back, started pecking these pellets, and just dropped an egg where it was standing because it was sitting on its nest, just about to lay an egg, and it ran around and just dropped it while it was eating. Really funny.
Yeah, they don't care. Have I ever told you about the one that I was sat watching the football on catch up one night? Right now, obviously mine are behind my head in the lounge as I'm watching the telly. I'm sat there and I could hear this right noise, and I'm like, "What's that?" I turn round and I watch the chicken lay an egg on the perch, just straight on the floor. I was like, it's midnight. Like, what are you doing? You don't lay eggs at midnight. It was bizarre. Absolute mad. I was like, never had that. That's right. I just noticed a slug in my greenhouse.
Ooh.
I do like Tuesdays. You can do one outside, mate. Go on, go and take Nat's flowers.
Ben, do you think because they can see the light coming out your living room, they think it's not night time then?
Probably. They love it in there, mate. They absolutely love it. They're looking at the football, looking at that lovely turf, wishing they could get some. That's what it is. But they've got like a built-in sensor for daylight hours as well. So they know when it's time to get up. It's like a body clock. And they can sleep with their one eye open and all sorts to keep an eye out for predators in their sleep. So they're actively, although they're asleep, one eye's watching. Clever. They're very clever animals.
Yeah, the best thing I found about chickens is when I first had my chickens, I didn't know anything about chickens, and I just noticed in the evening when it got dark, they just started putting themselves to bed. And it was great because I'd never known an animal put themselves to bed before. They all just like, one of them decided it was bedtime. They all followed each other into the coop and got on their perch. I hadn't taught them that. They were like, a few weeks old, and I was like, wow, they put themselves to bed. And then I just went and closed the cage up and thought, oh, brilliant. I didn't have to like read them a bedtime story or, settle them down. They just went there. They just went to sleep and just, easy.
We do the same with our kids. They go in there now. Yeah. Hey, go to bed with the chickens. Go on. They'll teach you.
Yeah, great. They just stand on that perch all night sleeping, and then they get up in the morning, lay an egg. Great.
That's it.
I mean,
they're living
yeah.
the dream. They are great. And they're good for the garden as well, because obviously everyone sees how much compost and stuff I can physically make. Now, obviously, I've only got 2 enclosures. With the 3 bays, 1 bay's nearly full, and I've got to top that and let that sit now for a bit, because I think if I leave that now, I'll be able to use that in my gardens. So there's just tons and tons. Like they'll eat all your brassica leaves and stuff, and then everything that's left can go in there. If you get, I know it sounds horrible, some people hate me for it, but you get like the grubs that you dig up in the ground and everything. Like you chuck them in the chickens, they'll eat it. They're omnivores. They'll eat the slugs. They'll eat that. You let them out in the garden, and they bring so much balance as well. And like, yes, they'll trash things and scratch it up and whatnot, but at the end of the day, is it that much of an issue? I love the fact that I let them out, and Stripes jumps straight up on the arch. She loves it. She just sits there in the sun. But I love letting them out in the garden and watching them do what they do, and they are brilliant for the garden. So it's I wouldn't be without them now, I don't think.
Yeah, you're making me want to get chickens. Tomorrow I'm going to sort my little coop out and get a chicken ready.
They are good.
Probably a good time to get
Good
chickens.
little things.
Speak to Rachel, because I think they're rehoming near you in the next few weeks.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. That's mine.
She's got the date. I think it's the 23rd of March, something around there. I think it is. That's ringing a bell. 23rd, 26th rings a bell. But they're rehoming down by you.
The Fresh Start for Hens. That's where me and Kerry both got ours from.
They do lots of rehoming in South Wales.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
so
I'll bear that in mind.
Yeah, so well worth it.
I did. I bought two big bags of chicken manure from Rocket Grow, which is great stuff. But I was thinking, I could just get this for free if I had chickens. So, why didn't I just get some chickens?
Yeah, so. You'll still need to buy it for the first year.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, it's good stuff. I saw that Rocket Grow stuff at the press event. Really good.
Yeah, that is good stuff. I've been using their seed cutting compost and what else did I buy? Mulch. It's nice stuff.
Yeah.
Everything. Most things I put seeds in there, apart from my chilies this year. Everything's done really well. So yeah.
Your chilies are a bit
Need to give the gabbing a few seeds a go. Yeah, I think I'll sow some more because it could be the way I'm sowing them. I'm just placing them in a pot and on heat mat, and they're drying out really quickly. So I don't know if I can keep them moist enough between when the heat mat dries them out. So I'll try. I'll try again.
What I've started doing is using the heat mat to get them to germinate. The minute they germinate, take them off the heat mats and just leave them on a warm windowsill and keep them in a warm place with light. I'm using some grow lights at the minute, and my God, they're making a difference.
Yeah.
Really are.
That's my plan, actually. I think if I want to get some grow lights. That's the next thing. So my heat mat does a good job, but I think I need the extra little push. I think grow lights would help.
I think the heat mats are brilliant for germinating, but once they've germinated, I find last year everything went really, really leggy using the heat mats. So by taking them off the heat mat once the germination started, I'm hoping to sort of solve that issue this year.
Yeah, they do.
I think I might have overbaked my loofah seedlings because they started germinating really well on the heat mat, and I just left them on the heat mat for ages, and then I think they started going a bit brown, or they were probably too warm after they broke out of the shells. So I've done some more to see if I can stop them. Yeah, I just overcooked my loofah seed.
You were going to say something then, Mark. What was that?
I've re-sowed all of my chilies because the first lot I did was in that awful compost, and none of them have germinated.
To be honest, I can't believe you actually went ahead and put anything in that compost, Mark.
I was that dead. It was horrible outside. I'm not sowing stuff. I'm not going out there.
I was watching you do that, thinking, "Oh my God, it looks like clay. You're going to mould a pot out of it or something."
Quite a few of the tomatoes have germinated, though. It's just the chilies haven't. So tomatoes are obviously.
Chilies are a bit tougher anyway, I suppose, aren't they?
Yeah, chilies seem difficult. I don't think I've ever germinated a chili seed. I've only tried about 3 times, but nothing so far.
They can take 2 or 3 weeks easy sometimes. I've had them take ages.
Okay.
But don't give up.
I won't throw away.
You've got to keep them moist, though. Don't let them dry.
Yeah.
That won't. Definitely not. Definitely don't cook them on your heat mat.
No, I think that's my problem. I think I'm cooking my seeds rather than doing what I should be doing.
Yeah.
I got 6 beauties going. Those Simply Seed ones. The basket of fire chilies? Figures them ones. And I literally did the same. Got them hot the heat. Well, I haven't got a heat mat. I've got a radiator cover, and they sit on there. And then once they were done, I've put them underneath the lights on the hydroponic thing we've got, and they're doing really well. They're in wall pots, mind. They're looking awesome.
Only needs that bit of heat to get them going because it's warm in the house anyway to keep going afterwards, isn't it?
Yeah, especially our house. Our house is boiling. We're mid terrace. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is a good thing about city living. You've got all the warmth from the people living around you. My house is freezing.
No.
I'm actually freezing now, but you know, I've just adapted to the cold.
Mine's
The only problem with that is you've got those people around you.
Yeah, that is the problem. Yeah, I enjoy living in a place where nobody else is, except for my neighbour about a few yards down the road in a different building.
Nice.
But yeah, I haven't got that lovely heat bubble of all the other residents around.
Yeah. I'm pretty much the same. We're in a field on our own. Nearest neighbour's about, I don't know, 50, 60 metres across the field.
Yeah.
Couldn't go back now. I grew up on the estates when I was a kid. I was on the council estate and God knows what, but I'd struggle to go back now. Now you can do what you want when you want. Shout, scream.
Yeah. You don't have to be embarrassed about, you know, singing or putting your music up really loud. I love a nice, you know, put some drum and bass on, just be crazy, not upsetting the neighbours.
It's simple things like turning back up at home and there's no car parking spaces. It's simple things like that wind me up with city living. Like, you used to turn up on our like small holding and just abandon your car anywhere. It didn't matter. And you just leave the keys in it because if anyone needed to move it, they just move it. Yeah. Oh no, forget to lock your car here. It's gone.
The first house I bought with my first wife, that was a terraced house, and like you just said, oh my God, you have to park about 6 houses down the road to get any. It's horrible.
It could be quite annoying.
Yeah,
those are one of those things. That sort of stupid thing is what I miss.
But then you see people keep looking out the window to see if as soon as there's a car going, they run down the street to get the car and put it outside the house.
I remember doing that.
I'll hit your window, right? Looks at the car park, and I'll be like, "Nah, I'm just going to go and move the car." The other day, I pulled up, and there was cars parked everywhere, and I just parked in the main entrance to the car park and just abandoned my car. I left there for about an hour. I was like, "If they want it, just come and get me. I can't be asked. Don't know who they are. Not bothered. They don't live here."
So you got your allotment for veggies and that. Are you doing flowers and plants as well for a garden?
I think I have had some poppy seeds in my house for like the last year now that I've been meaning to plant, and I was really tempted to sow them the other day, and then I read that poppy seeds are toxic for dogs. Like everything's toxic for dogs, so I thought I'll wait a while for that. I might be okay. I'm getting quite paranoid now. I've been in paranoia mode for about 3 weeks, thinking something's going to kill the dog. It's going to eat a poppy seed or anything. All of my daffodils that are being eaten will probably kill her. But yeah.
No, I don't.
Poppy
I think you're worrying a bit too much, to be honest.
I probably am. Yeah. What other flowers? To be honest, like I said, the woman who lived here before, she was a really good gardener. She put flowers everywhere. So I haven't really done much in terms of flowers because she's obviously put them in already. And when the season comes, they pop up. The nasturtiums, I think I put them in, and they're popping up every year. They're great.
Nasturtiums.
Tulips popping up.
They're amazing. They taste amazing.
I'm yet to eat them actually, but I've got a few recipes. So when they pop up this year, I'm gonna try some like some nasturtium like breaded pate sort of things that I've seen somewhere.
Very nice.
Have you eaten the little seed heads? The little what are they, Mark? You know when they before they form the seeds of the nasturtiums. You can pick them all, and they're like caper berries. You pickle them like caper berries. They're supposed to be amazing. I didn't do it, but
that sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that.
Really nice.
You can do so much with them.
Yeah, that's what I enjoy doing with the harvesting. I enjoy prepping all the stuff, like making the kimchi and all the pickles, and sun drying the tomatoes. Love all that prep. managed to save so many tomatoes last year. My freezer's still packed with tomato sauce.
Mine too. That's it. They're the seed pods. Yeah. Loads of people said about that. I'm going to do that this year.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know this.
Nasturtium pesto is supposed to be really nice. Ben, have you done that before?
Yeah. I have. I've done it last year, I believe. Last year, because I had the same thing. Like everyone said about nasturtiums. Now I was like, I grow them for chickens, and then everyone's like, you can eat it, and I'm like, you're what? So I did have a go. Yeah, I like ate a flower when I was walking through the garden one day, and then next thing I know, I'm making pesto.
That's quite nice. I done exactly the same last year. That's really nice, actually.
Yeah, I want to know if the different colours taste different.
Well, you'll know this year.
I bloody hope so. All you can see is nasturtiums.
How good are you going to be if they're all orange?
Mate, they could be bloody anything. What have I got here? Gleam hybrid. I don't know what I got. Salmon baby.
I grew
I don't know.
yellow and orange. They were supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell these ones are. What are these ones? Tom Thumb and Empress of India. I got loads of them. None of them germinated yet.
I'll do some of them.
And some more Gleam hybrid. I'm checking them for slugs while I'm in it. But yeah, so if I don't get any growing, I'm going to be gutted. But we went to the nursery today though, and I was well chuffed with my. This is like my prize bloody lupin. This is. So I'm really proud of this. I don't care how crap it looks to everyone else. I turned up at the plant nursery like this, and I'm like, yeah, that makes mine look really pants now, doesn't it? Bet it's out here.
Matter, does it? Did you buy one?
Is it? Look at it.
How much was that?
Compared to I'm in the bloody light now, aren't I? Compared to my bloody little thing.
How much was it?
I think it was £3, £3, something. I think.
Is it?
But we just liked it because we haven't got any yellow ones, so Nat was like, "I'm getting actually yellow."
I think they've grown that in perfect conditions with perfect everything. That's why it's that much bigger. Yours will still catch up later on.
Yeah. I just can't wait till next year. I'll have yellow seeds.
£2.75.
More than that. I'm going to go find out now. So I still got the pots here. I'm not having that. I know she's wrong.
This.
I can't see.
Sorry, I was reading something.
No. Digitalis. Delphinium. What's that on?
It was 4 for 10.
She might be right on that.
4 for 10 quid.
Yeah. She's right again.
Of course she is. They always are.
Always right.
I give up. I really thought I was going to be right on that one. I probably
Tell you
saw
what's
someone
really
else.
interesting, Carly. I know it's not gardening, but your old man converts campervans.
Oh yeah. That's kind of why we can live here, because he's self-employed. He's got his workshop next to our house, and he spends his days building campervans. So he kind of just buys. It used to be the VWs because they were the popular ones, but they're getting very expensive now, and they're not really, well, in his opinion, they're not really that great. So at the moment, he's working on a very old Ford Transit, I think it is. So we're going to turn that into a hire camper.
Oh wow, lovely.
Yeah. So it's good. It's we actually, well, we have our own campervan, which is his the demo van, and we actually use that for work. So when I go to work, we stay in the campervan. We love the campervan. We use it for most of our holidays, to be honest. It saves a lot of money on hotels. But yeah, keeps him busy. It's good fun, actually. He does a lot of his own woodwork as well. He's not a carpenter by trade, but he's kind of taught himself. So he builds all the furniture. They have freestanding beds they've got kitchens, toilet, showers, all within the space of like a general Ford Transit.
Does he make them to order, or does he just make one and then sell it?
Yeah, he did. I think customer builds like from scratch, they can be a bit stressful because customers tend to change their minds. So what he's been doing recently is he's just been buying an empty van, stripping it out, and then converting it, and then selling it converted.
How long does it take him
That
to
tends
do
to be.
one?
He reckons if he works like pretty full time on it, about 8 weeks.
Not
Oh,
bad.
wow.
It's not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. It can take a lot longer with with doing the house up and puppies and that, and over winter as well. But now that his workshop has got a bit of shelter, because obviously we're in Wales and it rains a lot, so having dry weather helps with that, with a camping version. So now we've got, as well as a workshop, he's got his roof, so he can do everything outside. A lot of the stuff is under the van as well, because he installs the heaters. But yeah, it's good fun. I do some of the upholstery as well, so I'm technically part of the company. I'll kind of do all the van cushions and probably do a bit of the cleaning as well,
Brilliant.
all that kind of stuff.
Joint venture.
Yeah, but it's good. We've always kind of done camper vanning ever since. I think probably we've done it for about 15 years now. Got a camper van. Wow, my husband originally, he was a salesperson. He had all the fancy cars. He really was into cars. And then for some reason he bought a van and he's never looked back. He's like, I had a car, now I've got a van, and suddenly I love vans. And then it was a camper. He converted into a camper van. Never looked back, really.
Nice.
Yeah. I'd love to do that. Love to. Brilliant. Fantastic.
So what kind of a scientist are you? Because you say you're a part-time scientist.
Yeah. I worked in a lot of areas of science, but now I'm currently working in kind of pharmaceutical drug science. So I kind of test drugs that aren't on the market yet, stuff that are kind of awaiting clinical trials. So I actually work in Oxfordshire. So we go in the camper van every 8 days, I think, stay in Oxfordshire in our camper van, and I work in a lab for a couple of days a week, and then back to Wales for 6 days. So we've been doing that for about 3 years now, and it's working really well. It means that, I can work part-time, get a kind of Oxfordshire wage while living in West Wales. So.
And now you've got to take a puppy with you as well.
Yeah, puppies come with us now. So we've, John, he's now converted the van slightly so that we have, in the garage area is now a puppy pen. So he looks after the dog when I'm at work, and the dog kind of lives underneath us in the garage while we're on the bed above. So that's been an interesting few weeks. Just waking up to the smell of a fresh puppy poo at about 2 a.m, and then so have to kind of stagger down, clean it up, sort the puppy out, stop her eating it, and try to get out to her, do something else, and then getting back to sleep to wake up for your 7 o'clock shift the next day. That's been a bit of a challenge the last few weeks, but we're getting there slowly but surely.
Brilliant. Nice little lifestyle.
Yeah. I think it's not all gardening. It's a lot of gardening, but then it's a lot of everything as well. It's kind of like, it's just life, isn't it? Bit of work, bit of play, bit of gardening, bit of.
Yeah. So when you said you work part-time, I thought it meant you work part-time from home. So I didn't realise you had to go into work for 2 days.
Yeah, because my job's mainly lab-based, I kind of have to go into work, which is a good 3-hour drive from here, which is why we take the camper and stay in the camper. But the idea eventually, I think, would be to work more at home, do more of the admin side of it, and then I can then get my chickens and my goats and all my other farm animals, and just log in to Teams or do my work for 2 days a week, and then that's kind of like my end goal. Although I will miss the lab work as well, so I might go into work just to have a break from the small holding life to the city life. Trying to kind of get that nice balance.
He needs to build you a lab van.
Yeah, that's the idea. Good thinking, actually. Maybe I could have my own little lab in the van.
On a painting it quickly, all right?
Yeah, definitely. That could be a bit of a niche, actually.
It'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Camper van lab.
We ace.
Yeah, that's something to another challenge for him.
Yeah. He's going to hate me for that.
Yeah, I'll be like, someone's had an idea about your camper van business. Would you like to build me a lab?
Yeah. I can work from home.
And the puppy as well. I could have a puppy on one side, lab on the other side, kitchen, bed. Might have to upgrade to a slightly bigger van, like a lorry maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catherine's right. It does sound a bit like Breaking Bad, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You know, do some crystal meth as well. Have a sideline. I'm sure there's a market for that in Wales somewhere.
If not, just come home.
Yeah, you know.
Take it to Ben's neck of the woods.
Seeing as I live in that really rough area, I'm sure there's someone around here.
I don't think it's really
God.
rough. I know you told me there was a potential murderer living next to you. I kind of thought, maybe it's not a nice area.
There was something that happened opposite.
You did say that. Can you remember? I was listening to one of our podcasts the other day. I can't remember whose it was, but you were talking about the murder.
That was last May. That was May last year. We were talking about that to a neighbour earlier on, actually. It was quite funny. Like, yeah, May. So all that time ago. Still no one lives there.
Nice and quiet.
We weren't used to that. But yeah, it's nearly a whole year.
Long time.
Well, you say you live in I said you live in a dodgy area, but then the person who used to live where we lived, I think her son was he was a cannabis, what I'm calling it. He made his own cannabis, and actually the outbuilding, he had his cannabis farm, and he actually had an outbuilding outside which burned down, which he was growing cannabis in. And by the time we built it, this place had burnt to the ground because I think his infrared lamps caught fire, and he also hacked into the electric as well. So, you know, this is quite a dodgy area, really, in terms of the previous residents that lived here.
I'm sure, and I'm not sure if it was here or somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure it was here. Someone said on our allotment site, someone was growing in a polytunnel and everything.
Oh.
I'm sure it was here. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was. But I've always said that if you're growing, when it snows, surely the police just go up in a helicopter, and if your roof hasn't got snow on it, they know you're growing.
Yeah,
Don't matter these days, does it? Because it's LEDs. LEDs don't give off heat anymore. It used to be when it was sodium lights, but don't anymore.
Yeah, we used to say that all the time in the pubs. Yeah, madness.
That was definitely a thing.
Mm.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks ever so much for coming on, Carly.
Thanks for
lovely.
having me on.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Good to meet you all.
Very, very diverse chat.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Sorry if it wasn't gardening enough. There's going to be more gardening going on soon.
It doesn't have to be.
This time. Listen to them lot getting on their high horse. When this goes out on a podcast, they'll have to ask questions. But yeah, so yeah, Jamie does know a lot about them lights.
Yeah. I'm an electrician, by the way, now. Right, see?
Say that again. You what? You what, mate? Sorry.
Nothing.
But yeah, it's that time of year. It's hard to talk all about what's going on in your garden. Like back in the summers and stuff, you can really talk and go, look at my garden. This is what we've got growing. This is what we're doing. This winter months, it is a lot more chit chat about what's going on, what you're going to do, and everything else. It's great. So it is nice. It's nice to hear on people's plans and stuff as well, because obviously then you get ideas for yourselves and other people.
Yeah, well, I will definitely consider the chickens and get my coop in order. Hopefully in the next few weeks or so, I'll post some stuff about the upcoming chicken plans and get on to Rachel about those chickens.
Yeah, she's definitely got the dates.
Okay.
She's all set up and ready.
It's another one that I pushed towards it. Yeah. Mate, I've got to say, right, now I'm sorry, but when I'm looking at that, you are next to Carly on the screen and you're going, here, come here. Like that.
Because the cat was there.
It's difficult to do that, actually.
It looked dodgy as anything.
Do it together, Carly. Ready?
Okay.
now you and Mark do it, Ben.
Yeah. With the tongues and everything.
He only likes doing it in real life when there's no cameras.
Mark doesn't seem too keen, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, exactly. He's like, well out. He's like, nah.
What's Kerry saying?
Yes, I'll agree with that. The poultry pack from the Stera, absolutely fantastic. It's free. You just got to pay for the postage. It's really, really good for new starters. There's loads of information in there. It's amazing. Really, really good. But yeah, on the Stera website. Yeah, anyone that is getting chickens, they are wicked.
Oh,
So
chicken experts.
Poultry pack is great.
Nobody told me to get that when I got mine a year ago.
They only released it about a month ago, mate.
Right, okay.
It's a really new thing. They've been working on it, and it is amazing. I think there's a dozen companies, 10, 12 companies, all come together, and they've put all little sample packs together, loads of information. So you've got like a little feeder cup, you've got some obviously the Collins nets. They do all the netting and things like that. You've got Bury Green Poultry's all the information. You've got little feed company with the treats. There's everything, absolutely everything in there you could imagine. It's great. Even the worming labs, so they send you a worming kit, things like that before you do the worming. Really, really good. Yeah. Really good kit. What I do? I did a reel on it a couple of weeks ago. I'll share it again so people can see it. It is really worth doing. If you're thinking of getting chickens for the sake of £5 something postage, really worth it.
Did you say that, Kerry? I can't remember you saying that to me.
Yeah, there you go. See, she would have done. Yeah, but obviously I love Nastera anyway. But that poultry pack is great. So much information for new chicken keepers and even experienced keepers as well.
Look,
there's even stuff in there I've learned loads.
That's our feral cat.
Oh my God.
That's been gone. That's been gone for 6 months, and it came back the other day.
That's impressive for a feral cat. My feral cat will scratch my eyes out if I try to pick her up.
Yeah, but if I try to pick her up, she just goes. She's back. Yes, 6 months. She's been gone. Yeah. We got another kitten, and then she hated it and disappeared. But now she's come back.
Such a cat.
That's supposed to be a yard cat, to stay outside and catch the mice around all the hay nets and all that. Yeah. Comes in here. Never mind.
Well,
rightio.
Yeah. Let's talk about her behind her back now, I suppose.
That's it, yeah. We're going to catch her out. I mean, then discuss how or how much you slag Ben off.
All the time. All the time. The thing is, we're in the DMs doing it. That's the difference. Bristolian. I'm not happy with that. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
They're the best kind of people, the Bristolians.
Only the Bristolians can tell you that, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I could end up sleeping out here tonight.
It's nice and warm out there.
Sounds like.
Is she still watching?
No.
Yeah.
She gone.
Yep. I'm definitely out here tonight.
In the doghouse.
Yeah.
Or the plant house.
And the greenhouse.
Go on.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been awesome chatting to you, Carly. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you, mate.
Good to meet you all. Chat to you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you show us your chickens in a couple of weeks.
Yes, definitely. That's my next job. I'm going to go and talk to my husband now about the campervan lab and the chickens.
Nothing to do with it.
And take the puppy out for a poo.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, get him out.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, wow.
All right, mate. Thanks so much. See you later.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
You'll have to turn me off because I don't know how to get off here. You might have to get.
Press the X at the top.
Oh, yeah. Such an old lady. Bye-bye.
See ya.
That's 2 weeks on the trot.
They just don't want to leave. They don't want to leave.
Why would they? Why do they want to leave for?
Having too much. You're both down.
You're up there,
Yeah.
Mark.
Jamie's that way.
Ben's over there.
Ben.
Other side.
It is for us. For him, it's the other way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's good.
Good. It's interesting because obviously I've spoken to Carly for a long time on it, and knowing that she's from Bristol and gone to Wales, which is what we were planning on doing at one point, and things like that, and we're talking about loads. And then I was in Aberglasney, and she's like, "I just round the corner." Like, what? So yeah, it's been ace watching Carly's little journeys. Awesome.
Yeah.
She was on your Friday before. That's when I started following her.
Mm. And she's.
Oh yeah, I knew I'd seen her. Yeah, I hadn't really followed her much, but obviously from now on I will. It's nice to get to know new people, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nice not
Why we started
always
it,
to have big. It's nice not always to have big, massive accounts on as well, just to see what all the newbies and things are doing as well.
Well, everybody's got a unique viewpoint, so it doesn't matter to me how many followers they've got or whatever. Like,
Exactly that.
No, if they like gardening, they like gardening. That's it. Full stop, isn't it?
everyone's got an incredible story and how they ended up as gardeners or whatever. But yeah,
That's good. It's good. It's nice. And church bell's still going strong. Can you hear him?
Yeah. I don't think I've heard them for a while, to be honest.
Yeah, they've been going. But we were on Wednesday last week, weren't we? And then we weren't on for 2 weeks, so you probably haven't heard them for a while, mate, to be fair.
Yeah. What was going to say that? What's Harry saying? Yeah, I suppose that's the thing as well. When you get these big ones in there, you get people banging comments in. They just roll so quick, don't they? You never get to read them properly or writing them. But
It's nice.
Yeah.
I just love seeing and hearing everyone else's stories. That's what I like. I love it.
What it's about.
Won't be long. I was watching that Sun, and I reckon it was about 6:15
I know.
tonight. And I was like, another month, another 4 or 5 weeks, we'll be viewing people's gardens. End of March.
Oh, definitely then.
Fuck me, yeah, we'll be, won't it? So we'll gain an hour.
As soon as that changes, we'll be able to get back outside again.
I was actually tempted to sit out in Jabber tonight. It's quite mild.
Slush out here.
Up in here. So
It's 6 degrees here.
I reckon it's warmer than that here. It's mad how warm it is here at the minute.
I took layers off today. It's been warm.
Layers.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm waking up in the mornings, and now bear in mind my greenhouse isn't. I don't know why I keep flicking that around. That's doing my head in that thing. I keep waving it around like a bloody conductor here. It's I'm waking up in the mornings and I'm looking out the window, and the greenhouse is condensating on the inside, even though it's not heated. So since I put that temporary tarpaulin roof on, it's made such a difference. Yeah. So I'd say now, I am never going to bubble wrap my greenhouse in winter again. I'm just going to tarpaulin it.
Yeah, be not a bad idea.
Yeah,
you've got an air gap, so there'll be the air gap, which will be almost like bubble wrap.
Yeah, exactly.
So the only thing is, if the amount of light that the tarpaulin cuts out, that's the only thing.
It's a 70% one anyway. So it's what I use for the chickens to make sure they still get the light but the shade at the same time. So it's a 70%. Right. So, and to be honest, the sun sits there and round all day anyway. So from like 11 o'clock in the morning, the sun's coming from in the doorway. So I think it's been brilliant. It's the best temporary job that I'm going to leave permanent as long as I can.
Was that the same stuff that you were gifted to put on your chicken roof then? Down
No, this yeah. So the stuff I've been gifted for that is from Collins. Yeah. That is a proper like stitched done one, but the stuff on here is just a tarpaulin from Tool Station. But the stuff per meter for Collins nets works out cheaper than the Tool Station pre-made ones. Yeah. So except now I've got it exactly the right size I need. So but it's just been so wet, I haven't had to do it yet at all. Don't tell her, Mark, she'll go and get one.
It goes out its own then it goes out in the garden.
What's it called?
The allocasia. Huge.
Do you remember that one I bought, Nat, that I killed? That was one. It's another house plan. That's more space on a windowsill somewhere that I can't put seeds.
You won't fit that on a windowsill. It's ginormous.
Yeah, it's massive.
She puts them anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Actually pick it up.
Amy's got a dark one.
Yeah, I had the dark one, and I
looks like a
I killed it.
fennel bulb.
It is, doesn't it?
At least it's in a nice ornate pot. Oh, right.
What he puts the target from.
It's usually in the garden. It's usually at the back of the border. So I just leave it in a plain pot and then bring it in the winter so that it doesn't.
Yeah, but he hasn't got enough lilos for all his outdoor plants anymore.
Tie water wings round with a pot.
Tires.
I'm sat there with their rubber duckies.
Oh, your poor garden.
It doesn't flood.
Don't say that. Don't jinx it.
My veg garden won't flood anymore.
Nothing's going to flood next year. Next year's going to be amazing. You'll have it sorted by next year.
Flood resistant.
Come and have a digging party, Mark, and we'll dig you some drains in it.
Move the greenhouse, put it higher.
On stilts.
Yeah.
Like they do in Thailand.
little jetty. You can have a little little log cabin greenhouse, man. You literally just sit there with a fishing rod. Shouldn't laugh because I'd be distraught.
Oh, right.
I don't know how you keep putting a brave face on without. I'd be gutted.
Oh God.
We were talking. Me and Nat. I showed Nat the other day, and I said to her, like, "Can you just imagine like that in our garden? You just lose everything. We'd be gutted."
Yeah. Horrible.
So, at least I can get work and not have a flooded garden. I've just got a lawn that's absolutely wrecked because of the moles.
Mm.
It's like tunnels right under the surface.
They do, don't they?
Absolute nightmare.
Yeah, no. So your turf is just like a little trench everywhere. Yeah, a little bit.
Walking along and losing your foot in a tunnel because the water being so high, they've gone higher and higher and higher, and then they can't get any higher. There's grass because usually they go.
Mental, isn't it? Absolutely mental.
Right, it's 9 o'clock, boys.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Time for tea.
Time for tea.
I nailed half of mine at 7:20. I'm going to go in and finish the rest of it now.
I've had mine.
I'm still picking it out my teeth when we first started. Oh, come on.
Yummy.
I boiled the kettle. As I sat down to eat my dinner. That's how. Oh, hang on, Nat's on. And then we got a question about the elephant's ear, Mark. Hang on. It's not elephant's ear. Or is it elephant's ear? Hang on. Oh God! Right up. Mine's got weird stuff on the leaves. No idea what it is.
Yeah,
Oh.
send me a picture, Amy, and I'll have a look.
There we are. Sorted. That was a
It must
quick
be
job. One done.
Wax. If elephant's ears, it's probably a bit of wax.
For all your gardening tips.
Yeah.
Don't ask Jamie.
This
Right.
guy's got a newspaper column and a radio show.
And comes out with crap like that.
That was crap on purpose. And Marc,
Backpedaling.
you do realise you were pointing at Ben then? On my
Only on yours. Only on yours. His is the one that gets shared. Right. I'm going to go and have another burger. I'll see you later on, guys. Take it easy. Bye.
See you later.